Hey everybody, John Harris here, Managing Partner with Fortune Management. I've got Miss Susie Q with Brightworks Dentistry out of Dunwoody, Georgia with me today at Session 2, Communication Relationship Mastery here in Atlanta, Georgia. We are at the Patterson branch, who we can thank for all the nice equipment and cabinetry and everything in our background, and the venue and the room that we're able to use to put on this continuing education course. I'm grateful to have Miss Susie. I tell you what, I've been with these folks for about 18 months now. The team.
Maybe, yes.
I started working with Dr. Robbins about 2 years ago. We were looking to buy her first practice. We vetted a few, found this one, acquired it, and you guys have just absolutely gone gangbusters. You guys were doing about $980,000, I think, when she acquired the practice, and you're on track right now to do $2.4 million with 3 doctors in place. And now the biggest, obstacle that you've got to overcome is capacity so that you can continue to grow. But she has done a phenomenal job, and I know she attributes a lot of her success and progress that she's made in that practice to the team that she's got in place. And I absolutely 100% second that. This lady she's an absolute rock star. She is a beacon of joy and light and happiness and peace and just an amazing all-around person. It just so happens she works in dentistry, and it just so happens that I get to work with her.
Thank you.
So Susie, thank you so much for being here at Session 2 and spending some time with me today.
Thank you.
What would you say about, if somebody were to ask you about Fortune Management, what's your experience been so far?
I think it's phenomenal. I've worked in other dental offices and businesses because we had a real estate company for years, and we never had any kind of direction like this. The goal setting, the planning, the explanation of how a business works, team, employees, all of that, which we never did with our own company. And it's just such a difference right before Dr. Robbins bought the business and after, and just every aspect of the company. And I think Fortune is the reason.
Good, well, we certainly appreciate that. What do you think about Session 2 so far? My favorite session. It's all about communication, relationship mastery. In my opinion, this is the stuff that really matters most. One of the pieces of feedback that we get from a lot of our teams is that they learn just as much about growing a dental practice as they do about learning to grow themselves. And then obviously I believe that the growth of the people in the practice is what causes the growth of the practice. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I love it too because I was actually a psychology major.
Mm-hmm.
And so the field is so interesting to me, and everything that relates to the development of people and their ideas and relationships. And as being a front desk person, my job is to develop relationships and maintain relationships with all of our patients. I mean, to me, that is the crucial aspect of my job. Whether I get the routers done in time or get the insurance billed in time, that's secondary to building relationships with every single patient.
Good. What kind of, how would you define or describe the impact that Fortune's made in your practice and on your life?
I think that it has helped me tremendously in setting goals, which I have never been good at. I didn't even consider it, and especially today, what we've just been working on. They have to be written, they have to be specific, and have a time. And it makes such a difference. I've studied it in psychology, but I didn't do it. And I think the way it has affected the office, because we do have goals of, my part of the team is to be in marketing, and you've got to set dates and get it done. And once you do, it kind of frees you in a way. It seems like it would make it harder, but it frees you because you do have chunks of time, and you can figure out and plan ahead and then move on to the next thing. With the office itself, the people in it have gained a greater camaraderie because everyone understands the game plan is to be successful for the entire office, and we have made so much more money, not just for the company, but in bonusing.
Yeah. What kind of bonuses you guys getting right now?
Well, we just got $1,000, which is incredible because when we started with you, I think not the year before, but a few times before Dr. Robbins bought the practice, I think I got $50 once and maybe $72.
We don't play the game small, we play the game big.
And when you said, what do y'all want? And someone said, $500, and you said, 500 is not all, and somebody else said, 1,000. You said, is that what you want? And we said, yeah, we want that. And we've already got it.
Good.
I mean, it's
Good.
phenomenal. It was inconceivable that it would actually happen at
Good.
that time.
And now that you've conceived it, you can conceive even bigger things for yourself.
We can do more, and we want to do more.
Yeah.
We want to give more and be a part of something, and it's super fun.
I like it, and you're making the best investment you can possibly make the last 2 days, and that's in your team and in yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we actually had done the bridging before in our office.
Mhm.
And we did it again today, or yesterday, and it was one of those things where you're like, oh, do we really have to do that again? I mean, we've already done it. But it was just so empowering again.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you'd think it'd be different, but it's still heartfelt, and it, you know, you just leave with such a greater sense of camaraderie with your fellow coworkers.
Yeah.
And
I think
doctors.
every time you go through that process, I recommend that teams bridge once a year. And I think every time you go through that process, your team gets just a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger. So I'm a huge advocate of that process. Glad you guys got to go through it again. I think we
Yes.
did it in office last time.
Yes, we did.
Because we assessed, you know, where we were and where the opportunities were, and we decided that was probably the best thing for us to do at that point in time. And then you guys come through session 2 and you just strengthen that all over again.
Mhm.
So you guys will go back on Monday and you'll be an even stronger team on Monday than you were on Friday. You're already a phenomenal team, but you'll be taken to a whole new level on Friday.
Again, the communication, which is what this session is about, is crucial for everyone in the office, because the problems are in communication. I don't know what you want, I don't know what you need, you don't know what I need, I mean, in the office, unless I tell you. And
Right.
then, let's find a way to make it happen, or adjust.
Right. So quick question for you, and I'll let you go. We bring teams on throughout the year. You know, we got multiple teams in the session today. Some of them have been with us for many years. Some of them just started with us. And I know it can be a little scary on the front end when you come on board with Fortune, because you don't know what to expect. What would you tell those people? What would you tell those people that are a little speculative as to what to expect with Fortune? What advice would you give them? What advice would you give a doctor who's considering a relationship with Fortune?
I say don't be afraid, and do what you suggest. You've thought it through, you've been trained, you've done it multiple times, and it works. And that's the key, because a lot of times it's like with your workouts. Oh, I think I'll work out and lose weight. Well, no, that's not the way. Here's a better way to do it, and that's what you're trying to teach us. And if we just follow the proven path, we don't reinvent the wheel. The wheel's already there. Just make a bigger wheel. So I would say for them to jump in wholeheartedly and enthusiastically and do it.
I like it. Yeah, baby.
All right.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Susie, thank you so much for spending the last 2 days with us, and just for your contributions and the energy that you bring to the table. I'm so grateful to have you in our Fortune family. So grateful to get to spend the last couple of days with you in the last few minutes, just having some conversation. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time, God bless.